And away we go. Away we go. I got cameras in all areas. But let's get to this. Let's get down and get to the nitty-gritty. Oh, we back. They still trying to find a way to attack. And I guess this is what it means. I wasn't even expecting all of this. But Stephen A. Smith, in his infinite wisdom, basically sent out a threat. But he exposed himself in the process. Listen to what he said.
Someday y'all are going to learn. That's applicable to trolls. It's applicable to colleagues and contemporaries. It's applicable to players, coaches, general managers, and other executives, even owners. That you got to come at me, you got to be ready. Because you know at any given moment, even though I don't always choose to do so, I love the power that I have to reach out and touch somebody anytime I want to.
Whoa! Whoa! Did you hear this, man? Did you hear what this man just said? In response to the video we had earlier today, this man is saying, this goes to the trolls and everybody else, right? That is crazy. Now, he was saying this because he was getting ridiculed because he had egg on his face because his sources was bull crap. It was bull crap. Your sources was non-existent. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm back. But it was bull crap. All of his sources and all that. You lied. Admit the truth. You lied. You lied, bro. Tell the truth. Now, the question is, why you lied to the people? And you say, oh, I got all the information right here. I got your doctor's information. I got your lawyer's information. I got all these people information. Did you talk to his doctor before you made that statement? No, you didn't. You didn't get that information from his doctor. Because we already showed the world who you got the information from. See, I wasn't gonna do the video like this, but since he didn't jump the gun and he just went all out, I guess it's gotta be this way. I didn't plan it like this. Hey Fritz, you still over there at CD Dub? Did you do that? Oh. You say, oh, no way. When am I going on his podcast? He don't want me on his podcast. He don't want that. I would love to go on there. Bring me up, buddy. But we're going to talk about
someday y'all are going to learn.
We're going to learn.
That's applicable to trolls.
Trolls.
It's applicable to colleagues and contemporaries.
I'm a contemporary.
Players, coaches, general managers,
all of us,
executives, even owners. Like, you got to come at me. You got to be ready.
Woo!
Because you know, at any given moment, even though I don't always choose to do so, I love the power that I have to reach out and touch somebody anytime I want to.
Damn! So you've been exposing a lot as to why we've been having all of this disdain that's been going on behind the scenes with our account. The moment we were talking about you, all of a sudden the videos start flickering, the internet start going crazy. So you're starting to tell on yourself a little bit. See, I know what you was doing. That's why you getting the smoke you getting now. Because the people here gonna know that we don't care. That only puts the bullseye even further on you. Everybody who knows me know this to be true. We don't have a meter where we shut things down. We turn up the heat. Some like it hot. That's us. Now, Stephen A. comes after Lonzo Ball. He gets busted out, and he moved the goalposts, changed the whole narrative. You said the man could not even get up out of a chair on his own, and said that in front of millions of people. Then Lonzo Ball makes a video and embarrasses you to show how much you don't know. And he showed him getting up and doing all that. Now you change the narrative to, well, why ain't you playing? That ain't the point. You said the man couldn't get out of a chair on his own. He's struggling to get out of a chair. He showed you he wasn't struggling to get out of a chair at all. Matter of fact, he was getting out of the chair on one leg. The leg that's injured, that he had all the surgeries on. You don't get to tell a man who had surgeries, why ain't you playing then? Bruh, you are not in any position to say that. You keep selling people these bag of cookies that you was this all-time great basketball player. And we know that ain't true. You had zero experience as playing high school basketball. Your high school basketball career is like non-existent. Oh, the team, he hated me. I didn't get a fair shot because the guy on the team hated me. You were on the team and was doing nothing. You got shut down because you were ineligible to play because you failed a class. Your mama, you went crying to your mama to get you back in school, and that didn't work. Then your daddy came up there, and that was even worse. That was even worse. Absolutely. But it gets even better. Bam! You see, that's where you got your information from. That's where you got your information from. The older version of you, Mike Wilburn, they gave you that information. Don't try to act like you didn't talk to some doctors. You are the younger version of him. That's why he brought you there. That's why he's still there. They got Wilburn there to find more yous. And then he gonna train you to go find more, just like you, and bring them in. Got to serve massa. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't try to front now, because you've been behind the 8 ball for a long time. Now you trying to come in here and act like a YouTuber. Mm-hmm. Now you're late to the party. Now you want to get involved. You see, this is what they do. They come in late to the party and say, "Well, damn, everybody they doing their thing. Maybe I need to be over there. Look what they got going on." I might need to get on YouTube. Yeah. Let me see about this YouTube thing and really give it a go. Because everything else you've been doing failed. Oh, you tried it. Remember? Stephen A's World. Come to Stephen A's World. Oh, yeah. Tony Kornheiser, all of them. Now, like I said, it's going to get even more interesting. Because what people don't realize is how crazy this whole game is. And how deep the rabbit hole goes. You've always been a shiesty individual. You was going around hiding honeycomb cereal from your sisters in the house. You ain't want them to eat the cereal because if you didn't do that, it'd all be gone. So you used to hide it behind the furnace or whatever, the heaters. You used to hide the cereal so you can be the only one to eat. Mm, mm, mm. Shame on you. Always be a shiesty individual. Hiding cereal from your doggone family. Who would be that shiesty? Who would want to hire? I mean, not hire, but hide cereal from their family? Who would be so low down? You got to take things back to the beginning. Because if you don't take it back to the beginning, then you don't know how you got here. See, we told you this was coming. Most people didn't want to believe it, but we told you this was coming. We told y'all in the last live that this was coming, but he keep bringing it on himself. Nobody doing it to him but him. There you go. There you go. That's right. It was Mamba's birthday. We said a prayer for him. Look at him. Little shiesty dude who had a first grade reading level at this point. He failed the third grade twice. How do I know he was hiding cereal? Let's just say I got my sources. Oh, and he knows it's true. Oh, he knows it's true. But that ain't all Stephen did. Stephen A has a daddy complex. And it's so bad. It's so bad. Nobody really knows how bad it really goes. This dude is an advocate sports fan who grew up covering what? Volleyball. Because that's how much they didn't care about him with basketball. Yeah. He went to Thomas Edison High School. Yep. He played at Thomas Edison. The student body was damn near white. There wasn't a single black person in his senior class. He went to school with all white guys at Thomas Edison High School. Yes, they had limited resources at his house and home. Stephen A. Smith made it sound like he never had anything in his life. He was the baby of the family, and they would always make sure he ate. But he loves the drama. Now, my thing is, he's not in any of the yearbook photos. None. But I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show y'all why in a minute. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all, all these lies going to be exposed. You going to push the button? Okay. Okay, Mr. Button Pusher. Boom. This is Thomas Edison's high school team. Where's Stephen A. Smith? There's Coach Hopkins right there. There's Thomas Edison. That's the Thomas Edison varsity team. That's the Far South team. This is the varsity team. Everybody on this team is what? You're not even named, Stephen A. You not even named. One big school and not a Stephen A in sight. That's the coach you talk about. And you talk about, you act like you hung around all the brothers. You was at Thomas Edison, where it was all white. And Coach Hamlin took over. He was doing varsity. Coach Hopkins, right there, right? Where is Stephen A. Smith? Oh, you know what happened? See, what had happened was Stephen A. Smith actually, no. We just getting started. You see, Stephen A. Smith, he said, we got to come prepared. Ain't that what he said? All right, we going to come prepared. Stephen A. Smith, right? Let's go into this. He went and got his mama and daddy to go talk to the teacher that made him ineligible for sophomore year. So he didn't really come back to his senior year. So he didn't really show up for the photo. So he wasn't there on the team really. So he barely played any ball in high school. So how did he get into a HBCU school? He went the JUCO route. He went to Florida International. They didn't even have a damn basketball team. He played JUCO basketball, where he was averaging like 25 points a game against little white guys like this. They had no basketball program in Florida International. Zero. It would barely be 10 people in there watching them play. He went to JUCO. And then, people, let me tell you even more. When he went to Winston-Salem, his buddy that was on the team, he was playing on the playground. He was telling the coach, oh, man, this guy can play, man. You got to give him a tryout. He go to the tryout, and he bombs the first tryout. Then he had this Allen Iverson, Steph Curry moment where he hit 17 threes. According to Stephen A. said, I couldn't miss. I was on fire. I hit everything I put up. I think somebody counted. I hit 17 threes in them. And I'm like, in a pickup game, you hit 17 threes in a pickup game? And the coach said, you got a full scholarship. Way to go, kid. BS. He didn't have a full ride. Oh, yeah, that's his interpretation of it. He didn't have a full ride. What he had was an academic ride. As long as you were playing basketball, yeah. But if he was doing something of other curricular, which counted as part of the sports program, when he started writing for the column, because he was a journalist. So even when he tore his knee up without him even playing a game, tore his knee up. So he didn't even play and got his knee tore up before the season even started. So now, in order to keep his scholarship, which they were trying to get him removed, he ended up writing an article about that coach to try to get him fired. And then they ended up removing the coach, and everybody hated Stephen A. It's like, why would you turn against the coach that gave you a 4-year ride? Don't make sense, do it. Then he goes ahead, right? In his infinite wisdom, he goes ahead and says, this is the best option for us, right? Let's go down this road. A lot of things he said was inaccurate. Yeah, his buddy, Harold Kidd, they went and drove all the way over there to go meet Coach Gaines. And that's how he got the trial. And he's like, Harold said, man, whatever you got, man, I hit 17 threes. Now, when have anybody ever seen a scrimmage where somebody hit 17 threes? Now, all these unanswered questions that was on the table. Coach Gaines was bold and fierce as he could be. Stephen A. got in for his journalism and started writing articles covering a volleyball team, which helped keep his scholarship because it was sports. Other than that, he would have lost his scholarship. Why are they going to pay a 4-year ride for you to just sit there on the bench? Stop the cap. Oh, there he is. Now he's Jag Sports Talk with Jose. I don't know, man. You can change your whole shirt. You Jag Sports now. Right. How many did he score? 65? Exactly. But this is the kind of stories you get from him. But it don't stop there, does it, Stephen A? Because I know something you don't even know. Well, you know it, but you don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes with me. They call me the black hole for a reason. For a reason, Stephen. Now, we finna get to the grease. We finna get real deep in the grease. I want y'all to meet. And Stephen A., this might be the first time you met him. You know about him, but it might be the first time you met him. And you're going to meet him with the rest of the world. Say hello to Stephen A.'s grandparents. Your granddaddy and grandmama. Uh-oh. 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 Something just got started, man. Now, I did restore the photo back to its glory. That's me. Say hello to your grandbaby and your grandmama. Now, some of you may be shocked here. Some of y'all might be stunned. Some of y'all might be surprised. Oh, buddy. They have been lying to you. Oh, yes. Oh, there we are. Can you guys hear me okay? You see they start messing with the camera and everything. You see that? Y'all can hear me, right? Now, let's go. Let's get even deeper into this, right? Can y'all even hear me, though? That's what I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, it went to an ad. All right, I'm glad y'all here. Don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe to the page. I told y'all it's all coming out. I told you it's all coming out. He shouldn't have jumped in the ring with the king. He decided he wanted to do it. Since y'all can hear me, I wonder if everybody in the world can hear what is about to happen. What's up? Nope, not that. Let's get into this, man. Nope, we don't need that. Man, fresh and fit. No, we don't need fresh and fit. Where is it?
Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall and light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father. Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall.
Y'all hear that?
Light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father.
Can y'all hear that? That is Stephen A. Smith, y'all. And what is he telling y'all about his mama? Play it up.
Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall and light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father. Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall and light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father.
So he know. He know. He knows. Did you hear what the words that just came out of Stephen A. Smith's mouth? And boy, he do look like his granddaddy, though. Boy, your granddaddy, you don't even talk about your granddaddy, your black granddaddy, your mama's daddy, you don't even talk about him. You look like him. So I just wanted to know, could y'all hear Stephen A. voice confirming that his mother yeah, okay. I want to make sure. So he's confirmed that his mother right there was mixed. She was light skinned because she came from what? White mama, black daddy. Came out of his own mouth. Now, jungle fever is what it is. You do what you love the one you with, right? It's his choice. But he never mentions these things, people. He never mentions any of this to y'all. Now, remember, he opened his mouth. I was sitting here minding my own business. This man opened his own mouth and put his foot right in it. Because he talked all this pro-black stuff to the brothers, but you see why now he's a company man. He got that all in his DNA. Yeah, you got a white grandma. He found out that news when he was like 11. I think somebody told him like one time when he was 7. He got a white grandma. I asked my mama why she was so light-skinned and her sister too. She said, I got a story to tell I learned when I was 2. Found out my daddy complexion wasn't like my own. I got a white grandma. buddy, I told you, you better leave me alone, man. You better leave me alone. I can push the button anytime I want. What? What? You think that's gonna stop us? We gonna be on your back and to the end. That's gonna make it worse. You got one chick on there eating hand sanitizer and drinking that. It's all going downhill, buddy. Yep, you got a white grandma. He got a white grandma. Yeah. So now you see mulatto power. But his daddy, that's the one he don't like, because his daddy does what he want to do. Your daddy name is Ashley, son. But he's a West Indian man. Ashley Brazil. And his daddy don't apologize for nothing. No, never did. And he couldn't understand why his mom was dealing with him and would still be stuck with his daddy. Like, get rid of him. He ain't paying no bills. And at 6 years old, he just walked out and moved across the street and started living at his brother's house with a whole new chick. And then he put nothing on the plate for you and your sister. And you went over there with your mom, and your mom asked you to knock on the door and ask for your daddy, and he came in there and she went and charged it in there, and he threw all y'all out. And he asked you, what was you doing there? Terrible. But he kept coming in the house like he owned it, and you never stood up for mama like, I'm going to stand up for her now. That's it. I'm standing up to him. And he's going to knock your head off. And she had to jump in between you because he's going to lay you out. And then you had to go stay with your brother because daddy was going to whoop your butt again because you was always scared to take that chance to stand up to Pops, be that man. You tried to do it when you was older and Pop still told you, boy, shut the F up. Every time you try to talk, he told you to shut up. And you did. Each and every time. And now it make you mad. You see how they always burn your whole chest? How you been lying all this time about basketball and all this crap? You don't know nothing. Kept acting like he was Steph Curry. I'm like, damn, that's like me. Hell, I was probably closer to Steph than you. Somebody was like, show them grandparents again. I can't believe it. Show the grandparents again, man. Boom, there you go. She looked nice. She's sharp. Oh no, his daddy gone. That's why he can talk now. Them your grandparents, son. Why don't you mention your grannies? Why don't you take up for your white grandma? Tell us about her journey and what she had to do. Right. This explains a lot. Right. Now you see why he be all messed up. You be like, man, Max Kellerman seem more black than you, Stephen A, because he probably is. Now you see why. He got all that in his DNA. Man, I'm telling you, this dude is, hey, he asked for it, y'all. I didn't want to do it to him. I hate to do it as bad as he hated to see it done. But now you're going back to this. You're going back to little boy Steven. You going back to Stephen Anthony, the boy who couldn't read. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Went to an all-white school, talking about the team as if they was a basketball Scott. Man, you put me on the team with them dudes, I'll go average about 55 points a game. Oh, Thomas Edison. Let me show you something, Stephen. This man went to a college when he first got around black folks, all black team, HBCU school, right? Little boy Stephen decided it was time to move up in the ranks. So little boy Stephen decided it was time to move up. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. If y'all new here, hit that like button, hit that bell so you get all notifications. This man came out swinging today. Something about he can push the button on everybody and start going crazy. So we said, all right, we're going to meet your crazy. We finna meet your crazy halfway. Now, let's take a look when he got around black folks. Bam! There it is. Who down there at the lower end? And y'all see that? If that's Stephen A right there, if that's Stephen A, please tell me that that's Stephen A right there. Why don't you show this picture, Stephen A? There it is, 1989, the Ram. There you go in his Winston-Salem jersey. Look at him. You made it, boy. How many points you score? He got the same amount of points I got sitting on this couch. Only thing he got was a jersey, number 20. He made it. You finally got around the brothers and you couldn't even get on the court. You couldn't even get in the game, man. What the hell, man? What's the problem, man? Holla at me. And you qualified to talk about Kwame Brown? Ain't a drop of sweat on that jersey. Oh, man, come on, man. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Woo! Yeah, this that fire right here, boy. This that ether. Woo wee. Yeah, KB Live gonna be real interesting. KB Live gonna be real interesting. There's old Stephen Anthony right there. Mm-hmm. Crack Pantella. I mean, damn, you got some Pantella Nutella. Rub some cocoa butter on it to get your butt out there and play, boy. You ain't want to play no more. He quit. That's what he did. You in there, you talking about a man, you got screws in your knee and all that. You should know what the Lonzo Ball going through. But you jealous of him because here's another mulatto and you going after him. This is mulatto hate. You was a mulatto. You mad. You seem to be going after all these mulattoes. You supposed to be putting the arm around your brother, man. What's going on, man? What's going on? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a lot of his story don't add up either. Because in December '89, he told Coach he was gonna go through a knee rehab. That's what he was gonna go through. Yeah, I'm telling you, the dude who did the expose Stephen A. Excellent guy, excellent journalist. He was in the last live stream. He provided some information to go right along with what we already had. And boy, oh boy, we combine this to make this epic for you. That's listening now. This boy is getting stir fried cooked. And I dare him to respond. We dare you to open your mouth because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. You told the coach in '89 you wanted to go get rehabilitation on the knee, right? That's what he told him. I want to go back to rehabilitation on my knee in New York for 8 months. Now, is Stephen A. a time traveler? So in December of '89, you told Gaines you wanted to go through your knee rehabilitation in New York for 8 months. But you suddenly find yourself in September of '89, you return to college with the intentions of earning back your scholarship, and you approach Gaines about it, right? And coach directed him to Theodore Hensman, the head of financial aid. And when you got there, Hensman wasn't available, right? And you spent 6 hours in there talking to this man. I mean, not talking to him, but waiting in your car for him. And curiously, it seemed to me and everybody that was listening at the time, you didn't consider utilizing that time for any more productive activities that sit in your car for 6 hours waiting on somebody. So eventually he got this meeting, right? And it wasn't pleasant. Hensman was angry and is accusing you, Stephen A., of quitting on the school and Coach Gaines. Stephen A. started to cry. He started to pout, waiting for his mama to save him. Mama was too far away. And what your daddy used to call you? Oh, yeah, a lost cause. You was the mistake. Your sister used to say, you the mistake, child. And the mama stayed up. No, he wasn't. He was the only one that was playing. Yeah, your sisters called you the mistake. You remember that? When you was a kid, they called you the mistake child. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. You got to rewind these people and remind them of who they was because they seem to forget that and they start going out trying their bullying tactics. And it was like, dude, you didn't like it when you was bullied. Now, why are you trying to go around bullying everybody? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, despite losing your basketball scholarship due to the injury, remember, you never talk about losing your scholarship due to the injury. You was informed that your good grades qualified you for academic scholarship. So that's how you got into the work study program because you got A's, Stephen A. and you began writing for the newspaper, and you were covering sports. Then you were doing the little radio show, the tender moments, right? See, this is what he did in college. He tells this lie when he talked to y'all on his show. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. I'm just sitting here telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. Yeah, I got a message about that too in the middle of this live about Bray Wyatt. I tried to tell him. Yeah, that's sad. He said, I'm sad. I hope he don't pull that up on me. Hey, I tried to tell these people, this dude's whole career is a farce. Everything about him is fake. So he never told, he made it look like his basketball career is what he got in the door with. He got a 4-year deal. I got a full 4-year scholarship, all covered. No, it was not, buddy. If it was covered, you wouldn't have been in the financial aid office, brother. You wouldn't have to write for the tender moments. You see what I'm saying? These dudes make up these stories about themselves and ride off into the sunset like, hey, I'm that guy. No, you're not the guy. You're not that guy. You were not the guy. You lied about a lot. So that's how all of this stuff keeps adding up. And you jumping down your throat after you called out everybody else. Everybody else was chill. You kept it going. You kept acting like you was the GOAT. Meanwhile, you was up in there looking like that. You went from a hooper to a guy reading the paper. They telling me about Bray Wyatt. The Fiend. Yeah, there you go. Wearing his old worn out Jordan shirt. It looked like it said, it used to have Jordan on the front. Look, it looks like it used to have, that used to say Jordan. Or did you spray paint that on there? Jordan. Oh my God, that's just awful. Awful. Gosh, he looked like he been in there 18 hours. Ain't showered, nothing. Just looked like he just stanking up the joint. That what you doing, stanking up the joint? Yeah, he watches and he keep fronting. He ain't gonna say nothing else now. He gonna be ready to hit that button. Oh no, he started it. He started it. We showed y'all all today. He started it. He confirmed his grandmama is white. We didn't say nothing about that all this time. He said it. He wanted to go on in there. That's what he wanted to do. That was his decision. Y'all want to see the grandparents again? Dog, show us the grandparents. There's his granny. Granddaddy and grandma. Granddaddy and grandma, boy. Come on, Brick. Talk about your grandma. Talk about your cousins and all them over there. Why you ain't never bringing them up? This gonna hurt your case when you talking sports or something? Look, you look just like your granddaddy. You don't even mention him. Don't he look like your granddaddy? Your granddaddy look like y'all got the same body and everything. Well, I'm glad you're donating now. It's time to get involved. Yeah, you look just like your granddaddy, man. Shoot. He was like, where the white hoes at? One day, I'm going to have a twin just like me. He said the receding hairlines runs in the family. Stall him out, Cito. Hey, he wanted this. He wanted the smoke. Well, meet Mr. Chimney. He wanted the smoke. So we'll give him the smoke. This dude showed up for picture day only for the team. You showed up for picture day of the team. That's the only part. They have no highlight of you dribbling a ball, nothing. You show up for picture day. Look at that fool. Showing up just for picture day. There he is. That's him. There your boy, right there. Highlighted. Look at him. Never scored a point for the university. It was mad he finna lose an academic scholarship, and they told you quit. You quit. Why you quit on the team, bro? Why'd you quit on the team, bro? They told you quit on Coach Gaines. Now, let's go to you snitching on the coach. Right? Stephen A said Coach Gaines, he was in declining health. Everybody knew it. Gaines has suffered a few strokes, and he'll be wearing an eye patch. However, he gone through the article. There's no pictures of him ever having an eye patch, or no mention of an eye patch. Where did he get that from? This dude done told so many damn lies, boy. So many lies. It's like it's coming, the lies start oozing out of his ears because he can't get his lies straight. And I told you, the man hid a box of cereal from his sisters. He would hide food. And the man even said if a rat came in our house, he wouldn't even survive. We would have ate him. They would have ate a rat. Stephen A. Smith, y'all. Now Lonzo Ball is his new target. Instead of apologizing to Lonzo Ball for him getting called out and looking stupid, oh no, he couldn't do that. No. That's too much double talk for him. But yes, he really said that. That's your man's. Take a look at your man's. Double talking. The double talking Stephen A. Smith. Star single for life. Let's go. What?
He's not worth it at all. A matter of fact, let me say this straight up and down. I think Kyrie Irving should retire. I think he should announce his retirement today. But the flip side to it is that his level of stubbornness has elevated to a glaring level of selfishness, and I completely applaud the Brooklyn Nets for taking this position. I said it before, and I'm telling y'all again. They'd give his ass away for a box of cookies if they could. They're so disgusted with this dude. I'm telling you what I know, all right? Y'all figure out how the hell I know that. I ain't asking. I'm telling you.
For me, the fact that that they reversed course on this is egregious and disgusting, to be quite honest with you. But what makes it even more so that way is that they did it for him. Because he's the last person in the world who
I have an issue with Kyrie Irving. And by the way, as I tried to say yesterday, but I'll say today, it ain't about the vaccine. I am no anti-vaxxer. I have been vaccinated. Jay's been vaccinated. I think Kendrick Perkins, I know you have. And we all believe you should get vaccinated. But I am no anti-vaxxer. Let me be very, very clear about that.
If it was up to me, the NBA would invoke its best interest of the league clause and absolutely mandate that every single player be vaccinated.
2 days later.
I've tested positive for COVID-19. I have the coronavirus. I think he's immature. I think that he's occasionally selfish. And I think at this particular moment in time, he comes off as a damn snob. He thinks people are beneath him and he's above it. He looks at the media as being inauthentic. That's what he thinks about the media. You know, everything that has happened to Kyrie Irving, that Kyrie Irving has self-inflicted, go back and look at the tapes. Quote him. It's always the media. Ask KD and James Harden to come on board with you in Brooklyn to establish your own legacy, and then you leave them hanging. Because of what exactly? Your own individual principle? I am not calling Kyrie Irving stupid. Kyrie Irving, I happen to believe, is an intelligent brother whose heart is in the right place. But now you've regressed to an alarming level of self-righteousness. It not only makes you look hypocritical and untrustworthy, it makes you look what I know you are not, which is flat out stupid. It's the stupidest thing that I think I've encountered with NBA players. You gonna sit up there and not play and not take a vaccine that evidently it's not you. You don't have a problem with it according to the report. You just want to give a voice to the voiceless.
I get that. You know, it's well-known fact that me and Kyrie had beef
for quite a long time. That will probably never resolve itself. I'm cool with his family and all of that stuff now. But, we don't talk, and it's probably going to stay that way, probably need to stay that way. But I don't wish him harm. I don't want him not to get paid. I would never give him a long-term contract again. He cannot be trusted to reach and all that other stuff. I try to point out the positives with folks. I don't just say, look, you can't play. Look, you a scrub. Look, you did this. I always say, look, man, this person is this person. There's good qualities about him, whatever. But, and so I make sure that I try to do that. And I hope that folks see that.
Hollywood just should be celebrated. Throw a parade already, whether you win a championship or not. This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever, but I'm sorry to tell everybody the truth. The man cannot play the game of basketball. He has small hands. He can't catch the ball. He's got bad feet. He can't really move, even though he's mobile. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Doesn't have a post move that he puts to memory that he can do 2 times in a row. He has no game whatsoever, plays no defense, doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything that comes with it. And you're asking me whether they gave up too much? Please, the Los Angeles Lakers knew exactly what they were doing. They should be celebrating right now, and Kobe Bryant should not be saying a word.
What the hell is Stephen A. going to tell a bunch of kids at a basketball camp? The average NBA player, they charge like maybe $250, $300 per kid. This must be $3,000.
That's nearly $3,000.
Stephen A. Smith gonna charge $3,000 to teach kids about basketball. What the fuck you gonna tell them? I've been around Michael Jordan. Hey, I'm telling you right now, youngin. This is why you need to be out of camp with Stephen A. Don't worry about the mates. Worry about the phone. Yeah, see right there, I missed that. I missed it. But I did it with enthusiasm. I did it like Mike. Look at that right there. I did it like Mike. I know. Look. Don't worry about the misses. Okay? Just take the shot. Because, brother, taking the shot is 50% of making the shot. Stephen A. gonna be goddamn giving out speeches and shit.
But some of y'all some damn idiots. I mean, y'all give new definition to fools.
He ain't gonna be able to do nothing on the basket. He only scored one mother. So listen, Stephen A. camp is $3,000 per child. So I'm going to charge $18,000 per child.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because I scored 6 points. Six times 3 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm charging $18,000 per child. If Stephen A. is charging $3,000 and the son get off the bench. On top of that, $18,000 per child, I'm charging $5,000 on top of that per child because I scored 6 points in the NBA. Okay? I'm saying if Stephen A. Smith, that's $3,000 per point. He averaged 1 point in college.
I averaged 1.5 points a game. I saw some article on social media. That's a lie. It was less.
So by my math, he can get $3,000 per kid in college for 1 point. And got his coach fired, so that might be the 0.6 or whatever the hell he got. If he can get $3,000 per point, then I want $3,000 per point. Shit. And 6 times 3 is 18. So I'm validating my charge. $18,000 per child. I'll get him to the NBA.
Oh, man. KB. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Buzz Life. Don't forget to subscribe to his page if you haven't already. Jag Sports, Jose Rodriguez. We got to get on Jose's show. Yeah, stinking up the whole room, ain't he? He said, I need a camp. I didn't play basketball either. I'm gonna charge $500. Right, there you go. He had all white kids at his camp. It all makes sense. He grew up around white kids. That's why they all at his camp. Now let's get back to what Kwame just said, and we was talking about earlier, how he got the coach fired. Because he told people were worried about the coach just might collapse on the court. He said no one else was willing to confront the coach about his decline in health. But he knew he had to step up and do the right thing. So he confronted the coach. And the coach said, F you. And he said, look, if you don't retire, I'm going to write an article in the school paper about it and call him for you to resign. And he said, boy, I don't give a what you do. And Stephen A. proceeded to publish the column, right? Caused all this backlash. His teammates wanted to choke him out. So he lost the team and everything. He ain't played a lick. Quit on the school and everything. The chancellor of the whole school wanted Stephen A. removed from the team and expulsion from the university. Coach Gaines himself said, nah, the boy told me to my face what he wanted me to retire, and he told me why. So despite the disagreement, nah, I ain't got no problem with him expressing it because he came to me like a man and told me that. That's how you're supposed to handle things in life as you can, so just leave him alone. That's what the coach said. Now, this is all Stephen A's words. And that moment created the birth of Stephen A., Mr. Straight Shooter. Yeah, but what you shooting is some dog it. Okay, let's go. Coach Gaines retired 3 years after the incident. Coach Gaines then retired to 93, and when he was 70 years old. Here's where your story took a twist, buddy. In 2004, Coach Clarence Gaines released an autobiography. See, it's called They Call Me Big House. And that's something you didn't know, did you? He wrote a book before you. And this is what Gaines said about retiring when he was 70 years old. Yeah, he said in 1993, another rule that was going to affect me. The state university system had a rule requiring that professors who reached their 70th birthday had to retire. The rule was put in place in the university so they could get rid of the old tenured professors and had lost their edge. The rule was not hard and fast. It allowed granting of waivers for that. But if he had grown to the age of 70 to relate it to young men at 18 and 20 years old, he would have thought many of his assistant coaches, Tim Grant, Bill English, would have found some way to tell him. And if he had grown too old for the game, he would have had a mass defection from team members, rebelling. And even his son, Clarence Jr., corroborated the same story, saying no player has ever gone on record to support Stephen A's story. No player has ever gone on record to support the story that Stephen A. Smith has been telling. See, Stephen A., you said do your homework. If we gonna come for you correct. And we coming at you with everything loaded. You're getting the whole smear, son. Mm-hmm. He's been lying. Painting a picture that makes him look like this legend that did nothing. A master of nothing is what you should have named your book. The Master of Nothing. So Coach Gaines passed away at the age of 81. 16 years after Stephen A. told him to retire due to his declining health. No investigators have found no trace of the mentioned article in the school newspaper or any online source to find this article that you wrote about the coach that led to the coach having to step down because of your article. All baloney. When he retired 3 years after the fact. Why you never told us that, Stephen A? Why you never told the truth? You just wrote a book and just didn't tell the truth at all. Damn. You said you was a straight shooter, huh? Straight shit shooter. That's what it sounds like. That's what you should name your book. Straight shit shooter. You clearly lied on Coach Gaines. You clearly lied about the story you told about Coach Gaines. Yes, you did. No trace. Tell him to dig up the article. You would think he would save an article like that, right? That's Coach Gaines and his son. Going to a game. Nobody has backed up Stephen A's story. No assistant coach said nothing about the coach. None of the players said anything about the coach. Only Stephen A. Smith. According to Stephen A., he got the coach fired. The coach never got fired. He retired because of a rule in 1993 that said that if they're 70 years of older, so he stepped down and retired 3 years later because he was at the age of 70. They had put a new rule in play. So he stepped down 3 years later. Stephen A. is the biggest cap artist in the world. He was doing just what he's doing now, being a hack. Let's talk about the scholarship thing again. Remember what I told you? As a walk-on player, contrary to his narrative, Coach Gaines, saying that they was facing budget cuts and all that, and for his ability to be offered a substantial scholarship and all that. It's interesting that the year Stephen A. was presented with the that's supposed to coincide with Gaines' worst season in his 44-year career. If you look at the book with what Gaines had, Gaines tells a whole different story. He said at a time when out-of-state tuition was $9,200 a year, I was told that my scholarship program owned $35,000 a year. So he ran his scholarship program on a $35,000 a year package. That's what he had when the out-of-town state tuition was $9,200 a year. So he said, I'm guessing that that's about the same amount of money major universities and with athletic programs spend on telephone calls. He said, but with walk-ons, I think that would be, that they would admit if they had been outstanding ball players, some college who have offered them a scholarship in the past years. I've enjoyed the luxuries of recruiting tall players and athletes who had natural leadership skills on the court. So they would have offered him the scholarship. They had the money. So what he had in his little bitty, budget left, right, on the train ride from New York to Winston-Salem, he said, my tidy recruiting budget, it didn't allow for that kind of special trip. And I didn't need to see how these guys played on other teams in order to judge their talent. I was never overly impressed with awards like All-Americans and all of that. When the university budget cutting time came, my basketball budget, that began to take a toll within the next few years of my scholarship budget. That was cut. The high school players and their parents who decided to cast their a lot of black colleges would tell the difference between better finance program and my program. We only won 6 games in '89. So Coach Gaines' accounts of what happened is so different from Stephen A's narrative. So different. The notion that he showed up for a tryout and scored this astonishing 50-something points off 17 threes and and he gained a full scholarship only to never set foot on the court, it stretches the bounds of plausibility 1,000,000%. Because no such player would ever have such a ride who was never on the high school team to do nothing, played some JUCO ball. This dude has told so many damn lies. It is unbelievable. It is unbelievable. $250 people put different entries in there for the funeral or obituary of Coach Gaines. Stephen A didn't leave one. But yet, Stephen A has had Twitter since 2008. He got about 6 million followers with 42,000 tweets. He graced us not once, but twice of mentioning his father figure, Big House Gang. That's what he called him, y'all, his father figure. He can't play basketball. Tell us something we don't know. Oh, there you go. There you go. What did he say? TKD, Big House, was a second father to me. Ask anyone who knew the both of us together. People need to know what they're talking about. My late coach. Clarence Big House Gaines never failed to remind any and all of us what he meant to the sports world. Hopefully everyone will. Yeah, we will. We will remember what he meant to the sports world. We will remember that. We remember all the lies you told about Clarence Big House Gaines. You should have read his book, because his book don't line up with yours at all. If Stephen A. said it, it's probably a lie. Let me tell you that right now. Did Stephen A. say something about pawning a watch? It's already a lie. Smell like a lie already. Yeah, and he better stay down. Stay down, Rocky. Because you got a lot of explaining to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we waiting to get more information on Bray Wyatt. They're not releasing anything yet. So that's all we waiting on there. But yeah, this is Thomas Edison. Does Thomas Edison sound like a team that you worried about in high school? This is his team. Remember, he talked about him and the boys. They in Queens. They on the block. Yo, I'm from Hollis, son. Yeah, you know Hollis in the streets. And this is your team. This the Far South team. This the varsity team. It ain't hard to make this squad, bro. This is what his team looked like. You couldn't make this squad. You couldn't make the squad, dog. You've been telling a lot of lies out here. This and some ain't adding up. That's why I tell them all the time. It's not adding up. It's never right. Whenever you see something like this go down, you know something isn't right. Something isn't lining up appropriately. So when you start seeing this kind of attitude, you start seeing things on a whole nother level. You start looking at it with a whole new set of eyes going, I don't know about this. Because nothing this dude's saying is adding up. It's like Cap City. Talk to us, Stephen A. What's up? Look at your boys. Why you not in there for picture day? You barely played any high school ball. And you want to blame everybody else except for yourself. I told you, this is what they do. This the cereal thief. Hiding cereal from his own family. Look at him, still ain't have no hairline. Damn, boy, you ain't never had no hairline. Goddamn cereal thief. Hiding cereal in the house so he could be the one to eat it when he wake up in the morning and nobody else. If I go to bed and if I wake up in the morning, the cereal will be gone. So I start hiding the honeycomb cereal. And you look like a damn cereal thief. He probably got honeycomb in his mouth right now. Smiling. That damn cereal thief. It's a damn shame, boy. Damn shame. And you gonna sit here and talk about Lonzo Ball? Where will you get off being qualified to talk about Lonzo Ball's injury? Where you get off talking about his injury? Yeah, that's one thing he said, I believe. Somebody was like, please, once again, just one more time, let me see the grandparents. All right, here's the grandparents. Boom. Stephen A. Granny. That's Stephen A.'s mother's mother. And his daddy. His granddaddy. So that's his grandma, his maternal grandma, and the daddy. His granddaddy. Stephen A. kneecaps. Let's listen to Stephen A. confirm this about his grandmama. Listen.
Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall and light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father. Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall and light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father. Mommy was about 5 feet 8 inches tall and light skinned, coming from mixed parents, white mother, black father.
Woo! Y'all heard the man. He got a white grandma. He heard it one day when he was 11. He heard it one time, he thought when he was 7. He has a white grandma. Yeah, I know. Even though that he was dumb, he didn't know what he saw. And he called his mama and he stuck it out her paw. Then he said, oh my God, you're not the same color as Paul. I got a white grandma. I want to get some candy one day when I was 8. I want to get to the store before it is too late. They say go get to grandma and she give you a nickel. Sticking out my paw and then it's saying I was cold. And then the color, it wasn't the same as mine. I said, oh my God. You are 10 and I am 5. The darkness level is not the same at all. I got a white grandma. I knew something was odd when I'm watching Tom and Jerry. Then she started to turn the TV and it got too scary. I said, we can do it. Don't just wait till I am done. She grabbed the TV and she turned it to my 3 sons. I got a white grandma. I went on a vacation. We all went down south. She made me a sandwich and I spit it out my mouth. Instead of my mustard, she put out some mayonnaise. I got a white grandma. Hey, hey, man. Hey. Yeah, we just having fun with that. But he never talks about it, don't he? Like, what's he scared of? Well, you know, you got some white cousins out there, Chet and Lance and all those guys be like, hey, you know that you got some relatives out there. Talk about your white grandma side of the family. What's going on over there? I know, man. Yeah, we gonna leave it right here. We didn't did him in too dirty today. Now he asked for this smoke. You got the smoke. So don't y'all forget to sign up to the Patreon. So everybody, the Patreon was supposed to see this live with everybody else. We supposed to do this because this was supposed to be on Patreon only. Now the whole world got to see it. So the Patreons and y'all gonna have it at the same time. That's what it was supposed to be, but we just went immediately. So no need to really put it on Patreon. But the Patreons, y'all gonna have something even more special. Yes, Patreons, just be patient. You just got the fresh and fit. Oh, you got something else coming tonight. But he got a white grandma. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Shouts out to the real Kwame Brown Bus Life. It's your boy Carcito here. Kwame Brown Bus Life. We got Bus Life 2.0. Trump got booked. Everything going down. Oh, definitely. Damn D, what's up, damn D? POV, what's up, man? You mad at me? No, I'm just tripping with him. Nah, he good people. Mondo Black TV. Man, who else we got? Angela Stan King, what's up? Hey, misunderstood. What's going on, baby? Don't be scared. Don't gotta be scared of that dude. Don't be scared of him. He ain't gonna do nothing to you, baby. Nothing. I got you. Now, oh, that video is coming up with the ESPN Apple deal. Yeah, that's coming up. So we got a lot of stuff on the Patreon. I'm only talking about Fresh and Fit on Patreon because everything that happened over there. Oh, yeah, we just getting started. Shouts out to Expose Stephen A. Yeah, we finna get it all cracking, Captain. Well, we done linked up and created a bomb today. Boy, we don't know how he finna get out this figure four leg lock. He gonna just try to deflect and just say we haters. Stories ain't matching up. Nonsense catching up. Next thing you know, they're gonna be repoing that vehicle. It was all good just a week ago. Oh man. Yeah, this was some fire, Twiz. This was some fire. But they said KB live right now. I didn't even get an alert. Yeah, let me check on that because I didn't even get an alert. No, he needs the attention. He needs it because he got a following. All these people believe the nonsense he put out. So the truth need to be out there too.